Sorry. Just I'm doing this again. Work as usual. Give me a second. Let me. Sorry. You know how it goes. Okay. What's up? Chapter just came out, so I'm gonna live react to this. I actually have to go into the office, so I'm gonna live react to this. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. So this might be another quick one as usual. So let's do it. All right. So let me open up this chapter. So chapter 1119 called Emeth. So I looked at I saw this and I immediately like checked and knew that it was like a Christian name or like a Bible name, right? I was like, this has got to be like a Bible name or some sort of like mythological or biblical name, and sure enough, it was. And it just kind of confirms like not just what I've been thinking, but like what some other people have been thinking too. Like One Piece has like a lot of like biblical references in it, so I think like whatever One Piece is and the Void Century and everything that's going on with Nick and everything, it's kind of like a I don't want to say I'm not saying it's the same story as the Bible, right? But Oda is drawing from myths and biblical stories to help create this history in this series, right? He's creating. I think like whatever One Piece is or whatever like the Void like whatever happened, right? These are all like his versions of like God and like angels and like whatever, right? Like demons, whatever you want to call it. So the fact that he says Emeth here in the title, I think, is just more so like lending to that. It's lending to that idea of mine. Who Emeth is, like, I just glanced at the Wikipedia page, so I didn't like really like digest like exactly like what his story was, or if even if it's he or she, whatever. But I'm going to assume this is the name of the robot. I'm going to assume that's what it is. But we'll see. So here, Yamato got hit in the head by a rock by people who hate Kaido. Okay. Let's keep going. I got shown Luffy on the Las Vegas Sphere. Hopefully someday I'll see it with my own eyes. Nice. Go Stussy. Okay. So words that shroud the truth. Yeah. So what I saw about Emeth was that like Emeth has something to do with like the word truth or like whatever it is. Like it has something to do with like truth in general. So I guess truth or the truth of the world or whatever will something about that will come to light like in this chapter. But you knew this would be my response, right? Friends that make me laugh. I did respect you. You're a relentless associate, but nothing will sway Lucci when he comes back. Kaku, I leave. So Kaku, oh damn, Kaku is making Stussy leave. I wonder if Kaku's gonna die. Damn, Kaku's actually a dope character to be honest with you. You know, I always used to like Lucci more, and then like when I did my review to One Piece, I'm like I like Lucci and Kaku the same. Yeah, so yeah, we had Gear 5 Nika. Ah ha ha ha, this is gonna be a blast. That's Straw Hat's face. It's just like his bounty poster. Nika. Yep. Two Nikas, I see. She made a facsimile with their age powers. Yep. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Guys, nothing hurts these things, even if they're sliced up or crushed. That's why I want you to give it your all and hurl me at him full force. This is like a funny chapter, but or that's a funny panel. I want you to hurl me at him full force. So is the idea that like blunt impact, like a blunt impact will somehow like knock him out or something? I don't know. So all we can do is throw you straight at it. Give it our all, huh? You asked for it. We're gonna attack Luffy? Why? We'll leave the bird to you guys then. Stop dancing, you fools. Let's set sail. But you two were doing it earlier, Captain. Yeah, this is like peak One Piece right here, dude. This is so Oda's scene. Hurry, while I've got a hold of it. Damn. Look at Luffy's like. Captain's orders are absolute, Bani-chan. Ifrit Jambehel, impactful, strong. All right then. Oh yeah. So this is what I was saying. Bonnie is now able to use like Nika powers. This is what I was saying like in my last chapter review. See, on one hand, I think it makes sense for Bonnie to be able to do this, but on the other hand, like I just kind of feel like, and maybe it was even true before like last chapter, but I I I always felt like One Piece powers were always like so unique and everything, right? Like you had someone who could like split themselves into multiple sections like Buggy, right? And then you had like a bomb fruit user. You had a snow fruit user, right? But I think Oda at some point realized like some of these powers are going to be similar, right? Like you have Kuzan and Monet's powers, just like ice and snow, right? You also had like a ton of fire users, whether it's like besides Marco, Ace and Sabo, you had Luffy being able to use like fire attacks. You had Marco being able to use fire attacks. You had King, who's like a Lunarian who uses fire. Sanji's using fire attacks. Kinemon and Zoro can like now like cut fire or use fire somehow, whatever, or manipulate fire somehow. So there's always like these bleed-ins of powers, right? And I feel like even like fire aside, or snow and ice aside, you have like multiple swords users as well, right? Which I guess you can kind of give that like more of a leeway than the other two. But um, I always thought like if Bonnie's able to copy other abilities, which is very unique, right? Like the fact that like a time ability now allows you to copy stuff, right? Because it allows you to like imagine the future, or whatever, and use their attacks. Like it just makes her like super OP, which is fine. Like I'm not saying like that in itself is wrong, but I do think it takes away from the uniqueness, the unique traits of other characters. I think like see like I always felt like the Nika stuff like was a double edged sword in the sense that one, it allows Oda's imagination and creativity to just kind of like expand, but two, it almost feels like a cop out that like there's like a Nika devil fruit while everything else was based in reality, like whether it's ice, whether it's snow, whether it's paper, whether it's bombs, whether it's Mr. One's blades, like whatever it is, those powers were things that you could quote unquote, even though it was like fictional, this is a fictional series, these are like creative powers, you could realistically think about them, right? Like you could think of like my backpack is right there, right? I can think of like there's like a paramecia fruit out there that allows someone to just like make a ton of backpacks or become a backpack, right? I'm sure there's a zone out there for zebras, right? I can think about things like that because those are based in the real world. And I always felt like most people, I think I speak for a lot of fans when we were like, yeah, that's what like the basis of powers are. But now with the Nika Devil Fruit, it's almost like he's just creating like his own stuff like out of thin air, which is fine, right? But I just feel like it's a double-edged sword because it's on one hand, like I said, it increases and improves Oda's creativity, and like he can just create any fucking thing he wants, which is like what any writer or artist or creator wants to do. But on the second hand, it's like such like a pivot from what we've been expecting the last 20 plus years, and that's just like a lot to that's kind of like a hard sell. And I think it's kind of the same thing here now with Bonnie, where she can become Nika, she can become Kaido, she can become Kuzan, whatever. But it's almost like it. I feel like it takes away from Luffy's uniqueness, and also now Blackbeard's uniqueness too. Because if she's able to like imitate like many devil fruits, then Blackbeard's trait of having two devil fruits is somewhat lessened. I only say somewhat. I would say majorly or somewhat lessened. I don't know which one, but it's definitely lessened because the difference is that probably Bonnie won't be able to use like two devil fruits at once, like Blackbeard. But the fact that she has access to more than one devil fruit is similar to Blackbeard, right? So that's what I'm thinking about. The other thing is also now like the one thing I always did not agree with Oda from a writing standpoint was like the whole idea of like imagination and creativity with Luffy specifically. Like if you remember when Nika debuted against Kaido, the Gorosei were saying that the Nika Devil Fruit user is like only limited by their imagination. But if you remember, I said this like during my chapter reviews that time too. I was saying that that's not a really good explanation, right? Because again, like we're seeing it now with Bonnie, like your imagination can literally like of any devil fruit is really what restricts a user's abilities and their power, right? And so like I did not like Oda that the fact that he like pinpointed like this whole imagination or creativity restriction on Luffy specifically, right? Because obviously as we see now with Bonnie, that's not the case. It can be for like not just any Devil Fruit user, but really like any character in One Piece. I feel almost right. It might be harder without a Devil Fruit, but I was thinking of like yeah, I was just thinking of like what's his name uh damn, his name is escaping me at the moment. Bartolomeo, like with his barrier fruits, right? Like he can create barriers to block attacks. He can create barriers to control things or to like create like a room, like law, if you will. Not maybe not manipulate it as much, but to hold things, right? So now it's almost like Blue Nose Nose, somewhat similar to Blue Nose Fruit, of like opening doors and creating like their own dimensions and stuff. So it's like creating like pocket spaces, if you will, right? So the like really the creativity of like a devil fruit is not, it's not just something that is beholden to Luffy and the Nika devil fruit. It's beholden to, or it's attributed, and it's applicable to any devil fruit like in the series, you know. So I think that was just not a like a good line of dialogue from Oda, because I feel like, and again, this has always been one of my problems with Oda is like I love Luffy as much as anyone else, but you don't like I feel like he just sucks his dick like way too much, you know. Anyway, that's kind of like a long like explanation there, but I'll kind of leave it alone for now. But yeah, she's getting prepared to do like a giant Nika, which looks like Gear 3, I guess, or someone. I mean, like a Kong gun or something like that. So they're all punches. Memories, right punch, youch that hurts. Yeah, all of them are attacking. Memories, right punch. Wait, what? Wait. Wait. Where's Frankie? Wait, what? Wait, where is Sanji? Okay, I see fire on the left, so I assume that's Sanji's attack. Did Bonnie hit Frankie with this? I can't tell. Okay, but he punches. They punch Luffy. Huh? It hurts. Ah, of course it does. You guys are using hockey. Now, Gum Gum, don't let up, Bonnie Chan. Keep going until you've crushed the life out of him. What's wrong with you guys? Mm. Booming Dawn Balloon. Oh, he Team Rocketed this bitch. Booming Dawn Balloon. I like the art here. It's pretty good. All right, it's gone. Let's get going, guys. Yeah, what about Usopp and the others? They were meant to fly down and meet us here, but they're late. Yeah, they're fighting Venus Giro. I'll go check. Atlas-chan, York is monitoring us. Lilith, we're nothing of the sorts. That's why. Oh, wait. Oh, is this... Oh, wait. Wait, nothing of the sorts. That's why. Wait, is this... Wait, hold on. Wait, is this the Denden Mushi that, or the transponder snail that's in the robot? I assume so, right? But this looks like the lab, right? Doesn't this look like the Vegapunk lab? So is this really inside the robot, or is this back at the Punk Records lab? The like you see the robot walking like on the bottom of the ocean, right? Nothing of the sorts. That's why. Well, I mean, Vegapunk. We did see Vegapunk like inside the robot, right? Like when we first met him at the beginning. Yeah, of the sorts. That's why. Nothing of the sorts. That's why I'm. Oh yeah, so he was inside the robot. So he might have like modified it to like look like his architecture inside the lab a little bit. Like not make the robot, the inside of the robot, look like his lab, but I'm saying like the same like materials and tubes or whatever. That stuff is probably like inside this robot now. So I'm assuming this is the transponder. This is the one that Vegapunk used to broadcast the message. Oh, it is. It is. It is. Whole cake highlights, huh? That ceaselessly inherited aspect. It's on again. What is he talking about? We can call it the will of D, the will of D. Oh shit. So among so yeah, before the robot got knocked out by Warcury, there was the will of, yeah, they were talking about the D's. Those of you with D in your name, among you there is that name. So I guess he's talking about like what the D stands for, right? We can call it a will. It's on. It's back on. Was it a bad signal? Elders, you just interrupted the transmission. The, the elders, you just interrupted the transmission. The snail's memory circuit is still intact. You have to destroy directly if you want to shut it down for good. And to those that have suffered for this, I can only pray my voice reaches you. Damn, the transmission's back on. Oh, here's Goemon. Huh, he remembered Goemon, right? I mean, I guess like everyone around the world is being shown. See, the idea is that this is a worldwide broadcast, right? That's why like all the different characters across the series are being shown, you know? So this is very much like an exposure of the world government. Like this should be like that should be like the event. You remember like how Egghead was like there was like a worldwide event that would even surpass Ohara, or like it was supposed that was supposedly supposed to surpass Ohara, and like now there's like information being sent. So it's making the world aware, right? Huh? Is this what the rain? Was that an explosion? It's the Cypher Pool agents and a bunch of debris. They're falling out of the sky. Catch them, they'll die. The Seraphim are here too. Look, old timers, that monster spitting them out. Da ha 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 ha! It's like a fountain. It's coming for us. We gotta hurry and get some distance. It's gonna suck us in. Move it. Damn it! After all the progress we made, he's pulling us back. Furl the sails. Use the oars instead. You bastard! Of course, he punches him. Get him, Nika. A giant white monster and reigning Cypherpool agents. Even dreams aren't this wild. Yeah, this is very clearly like Oda trying to imitate and just show like the fucking like imagination of the world. But yeah, let me see. Damn it, the boar's heading right for you. Look out. There's like a big. His skin is really tough. It's gonna smash the ship. We gotta run. Bonnie-chan. I can't hold it. Being free is too tiring. Joy Boy. Listen up, Emeth. The time is at hand. The time? What the hell is that? Robot. The romance lives on. Yeah, so Emeth was the name. Yeah, looks like Emeth was the name of the robot, as I thought. Yeah. Damn, punch that motherfucker's tusk right off. Mm-hmm. Listen up, Emeth. The time is at hand. Yeah, I feel like just once again the Gorosei just aren't like Oda. I don't know. I think like if I were an editor for Oda, I would tell him like you gotta let your villains shine and be cooler more. You have to give them like more victories or more victorious moments, I should say. Because this is just like, yeah. I like this. Don't want to get me wrong, but it's like I really feel Oda shows preference to his heroes and to the good guys more than the villains. You know. I mean, this is like the seventh, 10th, whatever, 20th, whatever time I'm saying this, but all my favorite series, all my like, they all have like the villain like win definitively or like have you know what I'm saying? There's like some sort of like definitive moments for those villains, right? Like in a straight up like fair like circumstance and situation, you know. There's enough like spotlight for them to actually really shine, and I feel Oda's villains just they don't just like even like Kaido was the closest I felt, but even with him like there was just like too many like preferences and options, and like I feel like Kaido was showcased the best out of the One Piece villains. I feel in terms of like victory and toughness and battle performance and aura, charisma, like all these things. But even then, I just felt like things that impeded him that could have been like way better, you know. Like even with something like the like I don't read My Hero Academia, right? But even stuff with like One for All, like the way that he like has definitive moments, right? Like on other characters, you know what I mean? Um, Especially against the main characters, right? Like, come on, man. I just want one of those, you know. I just feel like there's like, and this is what I was saying about the Gorosei, right? Like we had that cool panel of their debut of their demon forms, and immediately in that same chapter, Brogy and Dory like cut Peter's like sandworm head off. You know, it's almost like, oh yeah, we did something against this. I can. It's almost like if I were Notice Shoes, I feel like he's thinking to himself like, I can draw it cinematically. He's like, yeah, you deserve it, villains. Like even though this is your chapter, I'm gonna do this. But then I feel like he doesn't realize that he's killing the coolness or like the aura and the charisma of his own villains by doing that. You know. So, but yeah, I guess Emeth is the name of the robot. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. This is 20 minutes. Like I said, I got to get out of here and get to my office because I've been working from home and I got an event I got to go to later. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And oh, is there a break next week? Let me see. Okay, there is a break next week. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we've been having like nonstop breaks for a while. So or some nonstop no breaks for a while. So yeah, I can do like a good break actually. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys later in the next one. Take care, everyone.